All right. I was going to listen to some music. I'm not in the mood to listen. Well, I am always in the mood to listen to music, to be honest. But I got a few things that I need to say. And I'm going to get up out of here because you know what? I am a real, authentic witch, shamanic healer. I have a life. I'm ready to eat dinner and I'm ready to relax. And then every Monday, well, or when needed, I do chakra alignment and balancing for my kids until further notice. So, like, the whole family gets chakra balancing, realignments, healings. I got something to say though. Hey, Stefan. And I'm about to get very real and raunchy. And I'm not sorry for what I'm getting ready to say. And you can take it however you want. I guess people that have been afflicted by the bitter woman that tried to turn me into the bitter, confused woman, which I will never be. You know what I'm saying? Um, so AKT, Stefan already knows what I'm getting ready to talk about right now. She's live, right? Or she went live. And I think she fluffs her views personally. Um, while the past several years, sending people to harass me and then doing this for years while trying to apparently shift the karma or scapegoat on Queen Afua because there's a video that she put up about Queen Afua, um, where it was kind of funny how everything she accused Queen Afua of doing to her, Alexis actually did to me. Yeah, I know. And I listened to because my spirits, they only, like, I'm gonna tell y'all a little secret about me. I don't have to listen for hours or for the entire thing to know what a person has said. I can just listen to like a couple of minutes of it and catch the vibe, and I know everything that they said. But I did catch some stuff that she was claiming. She claimed that she doesn't go after women, she doesn't bother anybody, and she is, first of all, a damn lie. And you know what? This is not for social media purposes. Okay, I put up my channel without any association with her after beefing with her, after being lied on by her, after being smeared by her. My channel was popping, have had great success, still have great success in what I do. Okay, without her or being cool with her or even with her smear campaigns, the harassment, the lies, the attacks, right? So I like to consider my connection with the power very real because it is. So I'm listening to some of the things that she's saying, and see, my spirits, they know what she gonna say before she say it, right? And they tell me. she's on there saying things like, I do whatever I want to do with my body and da 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 da. Who is she talking to? Because here lately, I've been the only one that's been addressing her because of the constant and consistent harassment by her people, right? So I've been the only one that has said anything to her. I ain't never told this chick what to do with her body or gave a shit about what she does with her body. I told her simply, don't fuck with my children. Because, see, I'm not like you. You know, I always tell my kids when I gave birth to them, I was in my 20s and I didn't know any of the things that I know now, which is why I got them vaccinated, a whole bunch of all them vaccines and stuff. And so I was not as learned about the world and stuff as I am now. However, now that I know what I know, my children, all of them get consistent healings and work that I do for my family. So I don't like it just the lies is what pisses me off. And here's the thing, she can say whatever she wants to say to her audience as long as it is not a lie about me. And Alexis still has that bullshit about me where she's bearing false witness. No, you cannot just tell your audience a lie about me. And then also throughout the years, she is told lies, twisted shit about the people that I know, in particular Tiffany Chrisman, my children, my mother. See, that's where we have the problem, lady. So I don't get, like, honestly, I ain't the type of person that gives it that follows or runs behind no woman. I'm not. I'm not bisexual like she claims that she is, okay? So I'm not in particular, like my ass don't get tickled by no other woman like that. I don't give a shit. I'm gonna tell y'all something straight up and down. For me, what I give a shit about is myself, my offspring, for generations to come that I can already see very clearly. My man, my lover, his Johnson, his life, his legacy, my career, my business, my clients, the people that I care for. All that other stuff outside of that, I don't need and I don't give a damn about. I'm not, and see what pisses me off is the fraud that she perpetrates. For years, I have wanted none other than to just get this lady the fuck off of my vagina, straight up and down. I don't give a damn who you was in social media. I have been Jamila since 1977. And there are certain ways of who I am that I don't know if she was trying to change it, pervert it, or take it away from me. And I don't know why this lady thought that she could change me through social media. So, but no, and then lied and tried to make it look like, and her glamour is not that good. Because if you're beautiful, you're beautiful. You don't need an audience of people telling you that. People can just look at you and say, oh, that lady's beautiful. People, you don't have to have bots in your chat room telling you that. honestly. It's for me, it's not a requirement for me to go live and show myself on camera. If people say, oh my God, you're beautiful. Listen, I do spiritual work, necromancy. It's times where I look dead. Shit. So it is what it is. There have been times when, shit, you know what I'm saying? And so I said, don't fuck with my kids. That's what I said. Because, see, I'm not like her. I'm nothing like her. None of my sons will ever, none of my children will ever end up in prison for 20 fucking years. I'm not downing anybody that does. I don't have any judgment for anybody. But it's funny and it's ironic how she's got these confused incels running around the internet and the things that they say. Like, for example, I can see all of my children's futures because I am the prophet in their life. I am the decider because I'm a mother. And my foresight is all that matters. So nobody can tell me, oh, what's going to happen with my children. This lady has had incels in social media saying, your youngest son, Jacob, he's going to end up a serial killer and saying shit like that. Now, with me, I am much more of an evolved higher being than this person that I am speaking about. So somebody say something like that to me, you can't just say something to me and I'm going to fall for it and it's going to manifest in my life. Nah. But it's just the point that she tried it with me. It's just the point that she tried it with me. So you got to be careful about who the fuck you fuck with. So what would be better for you to do when you address me is to tell the damn truth. You know what you did. You know what you was trying to do. And see, the thing of it is that beyond this social media, which I don't give a fuck about, my children are what matters to me. The people in my life are what matters to me. Always and forever. You tried to make me look like a bad mother. You did a CPS campaign against me. I don't know what the fuck was going on as to why these people kept doing that to me. But of course, people know me as a mother. I ain't got no flaky, rocky shit like that. I keep my shit real tight. When it comes to my babies that I gave birth to, I carried them for 9 months in my womb. So this is the reason why I ain't never been separated from my family, of my babies, and I never will. Why she always got to make it seem like somebody give a fuck about her? Let me tell you something. She studied me and she knows the type of struggles that I've had, and she decided to exacerbate that. And see, for me, like I said, what matters to me, and I'm about to get raunchy, I don't fuck with or like nobody that tries to interfere with my pleasure in life. My energy, my soul, and my essence. I love food. I love laughter. I love life. I love nature. I love sex. I can lay up with my husband for hours and have sex for hours, hours, and never, there wouldn't be a thought process that would kick in that would disturb that groove ever, ever. That's who I am. Even when I gave birth to my children, I never forget, and this has nothing to do with sex, but it's just the way that my body operates. Of course, when I was giving birth, when I was in labor, that shit hurt. But after that baby was pushed out, and when I gave birth to the placenta, it just that feeling that you get. And I've given birth one time naturally with Danielle. We didn't have time for the epidural because I did get epidurals. I wish I could say that I've just kind of given birth, a lotus birth, and that I would love to have that experience, but whatever. And so the birth of the placenta, because when you pushing out a baby, the head, the shoulders, you get the ring of fire. It's, oh God, it's very. But when that moment comes where that placenta descends, one of the best releases that you'll ever experience. All four times that I've given birth, right after I gave birth to the placenta, just this feeling of warmth, and those in what do they call that? Is it endorphins? It's something that runs through the body. And I always would just nurse my babies and fall asleep and just be in total peace and serenity and tranquility. Right. And so that the process of life has always been easy for me to experience. It was always supposed to be something orgasmic, very orgasmic and serene. Going back to sex, thinking about the past 10 years, how because I truly believe that my husband that I'm now in love with, I believe I would have met him years ago. Somehow we would have ran into each other. I know that I know. I believe I would have met him though. And I believe it was a delay because for years via social media, the disgusting, vile crap. No, Alexis has everything to do with it. Kat is just like, she's just been like a puppet. No, I don't think Kat has anything to do with it. I don't, Kat, no, no shade to you. Okay. Because the messages that I would get and the energy that I would get from social media was all this vile stuff about bestiality, pedophilia, weirdness, talking about my vagina, trying to make me feel like my vagina was not good enough. Even had Mike doing that, knowing that Mike wishes he could lay up with me right now. Mike would love with that. And then also attacks, trying to like restructure my sexual energy. For what? Trying to pervert it, trying to curse it, close it off, shut it down, things of that nature. And see, that pisses me off because, see, y'all know I overshare. Y'all know that I overshare, right? I spoke about, and I'm about to, like I said, this is gonna kind of be a sexual conversation, okay? They pay attention to everything that I say. And so I spoke about how I have cervical orgasms, right? So what's a cervical orgasm? A cervical orgasm is when your cervix is manipulated, tapped, or when a man is inside of you, you have an orgasm. So sex is very pleasurable for me. It is, especially a man with a long one. Like, I'm sorry. I know y'all like, what the fuck? I know. But I've got to share this intimate detail. And if you are somebody that is sensitive to people talking about sex, and or either you've been sexually abused and it's kind of messed up your sexual stuff, you can contact me and I can heal you. And I ain't got to have sex with you. I can just heal you, sister. Okay? Because sexual abuse can be really, really devastating to the spirit. I've never experienced that like that. So for me, I have, for some reason, and I don't know why, that aspect stopped. I fixed it and healed myself. Maybe it was just because of the information that I was taking in. Maybe it got to me after a while. I think what tipped the scales was being in a sexual relationship with the flying monkey. So that damage within my body was so real to the point where the very first time I made love to I call him my Pooh Bear. That's definitely Pooh Bear. Okay. It was painful because he's very large and long. And so it was painful, which is not like me because Tyrese's father, now I'm not going to compare them because my Pooh Bear now, he's the largest, like this. And it was painful the very first time, like more painful than what I expected. And I realized that there was a great deal of healing that I had to do with my body. And then, like the few times after that, then that's when it was very pleasurable. But I'm still getting used to him. It's just the point. It was almost like during this whole process of dealing with this bitch and them fucking people in that black sector, I was being sexually abused. I had never been sexually abused in that way. And see, I'm one of those types of people to where I don't like my time to be fucking wasted. The longer that I felt separated from this pleasure of life that I had always experienced and feeling disrupted and disruptive behavior from these people, the more and the more that the desire grew within me and the rage and the fucking fury of my time being fucking tampered with. And it pisses me off because my craft and what I do is it's business professional, but it's personal to me. So, number one, the reason why, because If it wasn't meant for me to do what I'm doing, I would have been gone a long time ago. I had to come consistently to social media and deal with this negativity and this violation of my mind, my body, and my spirit, having to listen to it. And then constantly being contacted by people like that. Now, see, I saw a video that somebody had put up. I think this person put up this video like maybe a week or so, or a week or so ago. And this person was talking about how people, I think this person is a Zoe, right? And a Zoe, I think, is a Haitian practitioner. And she was telling people how people can contact people by phone and they can attack them spiritually. And I believe in that because stuff travels by air. Now, I got something that, like, we eliminated that. We eliminated that. So I'm a good person. So fair warning to anybody that tries to send me any damn thing by the phone and shit. You you might fall down. You might fall down on your ass physically with what the fuck I got going to get rid of that bullshit. Okay, so don't even play with me because people. It was way too much of that, way too much. And then also another thing, she's a damn lie. I don't know who exactly she's lying to, but not only did she come after me, but last year she tried to make it look like I molested my son, number one. And then she also dropped revenge porn on me last year. So you's a damn lie. And I don't know what you mean by you don't go after women, because, honey, I am definitely all woman. So you's a damn lie. What, do I not count? Like, this bitch has a problem. And what I'd like to see happen is for her to get the fuck on some fucking wear. I thought it was highly inappropriate after she did what she did. And when I'm gonna tell you something, she was snooping around even when my mother died and my father died. When that fucking dumbass flying monkey decided to go live and make fun of how my father died because I made comment on how I believe that apparently his mother wasn't about shit because of the way that he treated me and abused me. So he felt it was appropriate to come on here and attack my father, who had never done anything to him except for maybe protected me. And you can tell that her troll accounts were in his chat room, so you know that they're in cahoots. Thank you, Stevine. You know what? I don't like to create complication for myself. I ain't never been that type of person. And so a person that tries to create complications for me, I'm going to strike back. And you know what? See, I don't do sympathy. I don't do hiding behind anybody. I don't do gathering up groups, even though, because when I wreck my coven, we ain't gonna have to deal with this bullshit. My coven ain't gonna have to deal with bullshit like that. Um, what I'm good at is figuring this shit out. What I'm good at is creativity. That's what I'm good at. So if I gotta get rid of some shit, I'm gonna do it. And she do need to move on. Cause I swear to y'all, like last year, y'all, I swear to Goddess. And this how I know that she does have some access to spirit, but she gonna block herself. My spirits want her to get the fuck off of my punani and the punani of my grandmother and the punani of my children. They want her gone. Get the fuck on somewhere. Leave us the fuck alone. You and your minions better go. You better go. You better go. Last year, I did a goofer dust on her. Because it felt like she was always trying to be in my spirit. I did that goofer dust work. She immediately began something like out of the blue a smear campaign. And I hadn't said one word to her. I didn't say nothing to her. Cause I don't have to come. I don't have to see. Here's the thing about me is that I don't have to. If my spirits feel like I need defense against somebody, if they feel that that's what I need, I don't have to call you. I don't have to make a YouTube video. I can just do the shit. And so she apparently must have picked up on it in spirit. Apparently. And speaking of that, I got some work I got to do. I think I already did it though. If I don't fuck with you and I don't want nothing to do with you, I don't want nothing to do with you, man. Like for real. And she decided she was gonna not only try to ruin my reputation, lie on me, lie to the world, trying to cast spells and shit, glamour spells and shit to make it look like something that it's not. Fucking with my kids, trying to fuck up their future, trying to fuck up their fucking life, sitting up here doing all this stupid ass shit that's unnecessary and literally trying to ruin me, trying to bring me to some kind of fucking ruin, as if having to move house from a rental, like literally it was a rental. It'd be different if she it'd be different if she made me lose my house that I own. She could never do that. Trying to make it look like she could ever bring me to ruin. You know, that's what pissed me off. Yeah, unapologetic Ella. It's kind of cold in here. I need to open up my. Hold on, y'all. We have a freeze advisory. It must be really cold. Let me see what the temperature is outside, y'all. Hold on. It's pretty cold outside. Yeah, it's freezing today. Um, doing all this shit, unnecessary shit, seeing me over here do my own thing and then trying to fucking ruin it and shit. And then not even realizing that you're doing it for naught because number one, I don't give a fuck who you think you are, bitch. I will drive a fucking mud hole through your motherfucking house, through your motherfucking ass. I don't give a shit because social media will kind of make people feel some type of way. Social media will make people delusional about how much power they have because they have a following. See, don't let that shit get you fucked up because I've been powerful since the day I was fucking conceived. So I didn't need social media to connect with my power. It's always been there. And for you to do some fake, goofy ass, goddamn run of the mill shit to my babies that I gave birth to far before I even came into social media. My oldest child is 24 years old, will be 25 years old this year. And for me to have to deal with that shit because of this confused, crazy bitch. And then try to make it seem like somebody giving a fuck about you. Girl, bye. I walked away from my best friend of 20 something years. You mean nothing to me. You mean nothing to me. Never have. And if you would have stopped this shit a long time ago, I would never even talk about you. Now you want to talk about and compare views and shit. So it means that you must be telling the truth because you have more viewers than me. But how do we know you're not purchasing those viewers? And also the fact that you had people spending hours of their fucking day wasting their goddamn life flagging my fucking channel and lying on me. Yeah, it's cold outside. We all know I would have a goo gob of organic viewers if my channel was not artificially fucking flagged. Come in. Can you open up my that vent? Cause it's cold. It's actually cold. Like I'm like shivering. Thank you, baby. Yeah, it's cold in here. Thank you, sweetie. Hey, hold on, y'all. You know what? I may have to hold on. I'll be right back. Hmm. Hey, y'all, I'll be right back because I want to, and I'll just come back for maybe like 15 to 20 minutes. I got to take care of something real quick, okay? And I'll be right back to finish this discussion. I got to take care of something real quick, okay? I'll be right back.